Remember, this is for beginners. So if you back here, this is really for beginners. This is to take a lot of, this is like you doing a machine leg raise for the most part. Fun fact, if you ever notice too, in the beginning of my videos when I'm warming up, I generally have sweatpants on, I have on a hoodie or something to that nature, just to kind of warm the body up a little bit more. And then as we actually get into the workout, we peel some of that off, you feel me? Let's get it. It's gonna be the last set. I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually gonna go up just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Well, damn, I might as well say a little crazy. Let's get it, nice and easy. So this is gonna be the last set. Rube started first, nice and easy. Abs feel real good so far, I'm gonna be real with you. And I don't know if you can hear it, but pay attention to how Rube is breathing. This is the appropriate way to breathe when you're executing a lot of exercises. When you start to explode through the exercise, do me a favor and breathe out. When you reset into the starting position, make sure you breathe in. Very important to understand this so you can get more out of your training. Because if you breathe the wrong way, guess what? You're going to fatigue the body a lot faster. Breathing plays a huge role in how you're able to perfect and perform, because muscles need oxygen. Let's get it. Easy. Nice clean 30. Nice clean 30. And sometimes we play with a different range of motion, but reps and sets. So we might do like 4 sets of 15, we might do 3 sets of 30, we might do 2 sets of 50. So there's so many different ways to go about picking how many reps and sets you want to do when training abs. So do be mindful when you're doing this, your glutes should be all the way back on the platform so that way you can properly engage your core. Also do me a favor and get your foot placement together. Find a foot placement that works better for you. Sometimes close may be good. Sometimes spreading out a little bit more may be better. Sometimes just being on the top of your toes may make a big difference. So just use different placements to see which one works best for you. And sometimes too, be mindful that depending on what weight you're trying to execute is going to determine which foot placement works better. So for example, if you're going close foot, it might be a little bit better when you're going lighter, but as you get heavier, you might have to open up your feet a little bit more, or stay on heels off the ground and be on your toes. Next one we're gonna do right here, we're gonna do a simple leg raise, but what we're gonna do is we're not gonna use the platform in the back, we're gonna go here. So when you're doing these, do me a favor and make sure that, for one, you can be explosive. If anything, if you want to slow it down, slow it down. Either or works best. I always say mix and match for all those who, oh, you should slow it down. You don't got to slow down everything. And it's so funny, the people that generally say this are the ones that ain't got no physique. So I'm kind of confused where you're getting this information from. And I always say this, if you're going to criticize somebody on what they doing, do me a favor and lead by example. Make sure you have the physique or have, you know what I'm saying, or our representation of what you're referring to so people can actually believe you. But going from there, like I said, just switch it up. Sometimes do fast, sometimes do slow. What we doing with this one is we starting to shock the upper body by making sure we doing a lot of the work for ourselves. Remember, this is for beginners. So if you back here, this is really for beginners. This is to take a lot of, this is like you doing a machine leg raise for the most part. Outside of if you go to a gym like Gold's, you actually have something to put your feet on. But this right here is gonna make it that much more challenging. So if you're somebody that's kind of tired of doing your back on a pad, you can easily switch it out by training that upper body as well. What I like to say is make sure you lock your arms, squeeze your glutes before you get started. And then two, when you raise your legs, try to raise your legs as high as you possibly can go. Try to control down as much as you can. So you shouldn't be flying all the way back here with your legs. Try to have your legs about right here so you keep tension in. Because once you start bringing the legs further back like this, you can start activating lower back. So be mindful of that. Let's get it. We're going nice and easy, going 15. Arms locked out before you start. Good. You're gonna bring the legs up as high as you can for the 15. Nice. Nice. Easy. 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 Nice and easy. Good. Butter. Tell you one thing, I'm officially warm now though. I think after the first set of this one, feel good. So be mindful as well. Remember, explode up at the top, and then two, When you're coming down to the starting position, control through the core. I want you to really focus on that. Another thing too, when you talk about this actually loosens up lower back as well as hamstrings too. Like I said, you can be explosive. You can use time under tension, take your time when you're doing this as well. Either or works, like I said before. I prefer switching it up, but as long as you're controlling through the abs, get that nice squeeze at the top when you're raising your feet as high as you can, man, it's gonna be a game changer. Let's get it.